Hello, Rixie video, and today we're going to do something different again. We're going to do another challenge like we did yesterday, but this might also start to be a series if you enjoy the content. We're here currently on ChatGPT, which is a website that basically you can ask the thing anything and like it gives you a really solid answer. It can do your homework actually and nearly everything, can do math, can do programming, can do everything literally. And it goes in a few seconds. We can also ask them, give me some tips for the Go Battle League in Pokemon Go. And we will be able to get an answer here. We use strong Pokemon with high CP and good IVs in individual values to increase your chance of winning. Use diverse team. You will see here a lot of different things. Some stuff doesn't make sense. For example, take advantage of weather effects. It is not always completely right here because this is also a very specific thing to ask them to. They don't know all the knowledge there. For example, use battle items would also not really make too much sense, but a lot of things here actually make some kind of sense there. So what we can also do here is we can go ahead and ask them something else. And we will see here, can we vary depending on the personal place they are meta. First one, we're going to be Altaria. We're going to see here that this R1 going to be one of the strongest than Skarmory. And what's going to be the final one, what we have to use here, we're going to have to use a Azumarill. That's actually a pretty decent one. We don't even have to build anything here. And this is basically how it goes. This is something I can do for everything. Like, this is going to be the team that for the video today. It looks like a really solid team, not gonna lie. I think that's going to be something that can work out pretty well. So we're going to take a look at this as well. Thing is with this here as well, if you want to see more of it, I could also do the same thing again later on and just put this in here and add exclude and then the name of the Pokemon, so it will give me a different team every time. So if you want to see more content like this, let me know in the comment section, and I can also do it for different leagues, for example Ultra League, Master League, whatever. And for example here, now you can give you another team that excludes those Pokemon. Swampert, it's actually so interesting how this thing works here. It's a wild, but I find it's a kind of interesting thing to use as well. Galarian Stunfisk here. And the next one going to be Mantine. Very decent team as well. I think this team would work really well actually if I think about it. So it should work actually really strong. Kind of want to use the second one now, but we're going to stick with the first one, of course, if this is what the ChatGPT here gives us. So let's go right into the gameplay. Now we did 2 sets with this team, and we can take a look at all the games we had with this one here. Looks actually like a pretty okay-ish team, like, not gonna lie. I was kind of surprised that this is going, like, turning out at least half okay-ish, and we're going to see the battles as well here. We're going to go for the Hydro Pump. We have the Hydro Pump variant here because there is one issue with this team, and this is Steel types in general, or Galarian Stunfisk can be a little bit of an issue without Hydro Pump, and especially Registeel. Registeel is really horrible, and another Pokemon that's also really difficult would be Lantern Lead. But let's take a look what we can do here. We see the Obstagoon coming back in here from our opponent. Pretty decent here as well. You can go ahead and go for one Sky Attack already, go for another Sky Attack afterwards. I don't think we would have reached the Brave Bird. No, we actually would have, but like I didn't really want them to go ahead and get basically throw before I get there. Now I can bubble them down no matter what. They go for Obstruct, which is an interesting move there, as we see their opponent's Altaria in the back, and we can just farm down their Altaria with our Altaria. So the first game here seems to be already going quite well. And having a team that's basically like put out by an AI is kind of crazy there. But yeah, ChatGPT seems to be knowing some stuff about Go Battle League, seems to work at least for the first game. Let's see if this continues, as this is going to be a clear win there. We're going to go into the next one. We're going to face here the Azumarill against a Deoxys. Deoxys defense going to be a little bit of a trickier one, as we can go ahead and hopefully go for some play rough damage here. Let's hope that they don't have something in the back where we're weak to. We can go for the shield. They're going to be a Thunderbolt. I kind of want to keep my Azumarill alive, and they swap into a Registeel. There is no lot that I can do at this point. Registeel is a little bit tricky, but you can still beat it with some team effort. I can still go for the Hydro Pump. Hopefully they let this move go through. Let's see, they're going to shield it anyway. They do going to shield it. Going to go into my Altaria now, and hopefully we'll be able to survive 2 moves here. One Zapcon coming through, doesn't get the debuff, which is amazing for us. We can go ahead and go for another Sky Attack here as well. And this Sky Attack going to do some nice damage against the Registeel, as we will be able to let this move go through as well. Hopefully we can reach another one. I don't think we're in lock-on range, but we have to see lock-on does a 1 damage, and we are just barely dying before that. So we're forced to go back into the Azumarill, we are forced to shield up the move coming in, we're also forced to farm them all the way down here, because our Skarmory wouldn't have a nice time either. We will get a ton of energy here, and we will see the Deoxys coming back in, so hopefully they're weak to Azumarill in the back. Let's see, we're going to get the Hydro Pump off, they're going to shield this move up. I have to take the move no matter what, like there's not a lot that I can do here, even my Skarmory. Hopefully it's something that's not weak to, like that's good for Skarmory in the back, and it's going to be a Bastion. So you're going to have Deoxys and double Steel there. I have 2 Flyers in the back, this was a hard wall and there's nothing I can do about it. Yes, there's in general the weakness there, but also like there was nothing I can do from the get-go. Next team, we're going to face the Stunfisk in the lead. Very good that we faced it in the lead here, as Azumarill is actually a pretty rare Pokemon to see recently. Like I haven't faced a single one, I think in the last, I don't know, 100 battles or whatever. Back in the day, one of the most common Pokemon. It's still very, very strong. It's just a little bit tricky in the current meta. I feel like it's just a little bit too slow. Like everything is super fast. Like for example, a Galarian Stunfisk needs 10 turns to get through their move. Like the Noctowl got faster now since the recent update. It's just everything about basically speed, and yeah, like you don't really have the speed with the Azumarill, but you're still going to have the bulk, and this is also a lot of things that matter here, as we face a Trevenant in the back and a Pelipper in the back. This is also a pretty common team to face here, but this is a very good team for us to face, because we're going to be able to go for a Sky Attack here, and you know already Altaria are going to have a great time in the back. At least on theory there, but like I think yeah, there should be nothing that really can go wrong here. We will see that they're going to shield this move up, and Altaria with 2 shields against the Trevenant, there's not a lot that they can do about this, or the ball coming through doesn't even knock me out. They have to go for another one, and I can just go ahead and go into my Altaria, and this should be a pretty easy one there. I don't know why I wait out there, but yeah, there is nothing that they can do. They're going to forfeit, and we're already 2-1 up. Next game, we see a Swampert in the lead. I think I play this pretty horribly here. Maybe, I don't know if I lose this or not, but like I think I played this pretty bad against Swampert. I should have just went for my move, not gonna lie. Trying to get a shield already, but I thought that my Skarmory would be able to take 2 moves and I still can get to a move, because you see here it's like still in the green health. But of course, it's perfectly not enough to me to get to 1 Sky Attack, and now we are in an awkward spot because we have to go into our Altaria here. Altaria will have enough time hopefully to farm them all the way down, but actually they get so much energy that they also have a Sludge Wave instead of the Earthquake, and they can still get to 1 more charge move here as well, which is going to be the Hydro Cannon. And we will see in the back going to be another Altaria, and we see a Lantern. Actually threw the move definitely still on Altaria, but the game just took like 5 seconds. No, okay, it took like 1 second to even register the move for whatever reason, but there was nothing I could have done anyway. But so far 2-2 with this team. We will see the opponent coming in here with 1 Ninetales. Should have most likely swapped out earlier into my Skarmory already, but this is still fine. I can go for a Hydro Pump. Nobody really expects Hydro Pump, so it goes unshielded most of the time, allowing me to farm them all the way down here. And it still looks like a very decent matchup so far. Let's see what they're going to have in the back. Let's see what they're coming into. They're coming into most likely the Umbreon again, and it's going to be the Umbreon for sure. We will be able to go ahead and go for 1 Sky Attack here. Sky Attack coming through, going to get some damage on them, and now I can still survive 1 move of them, and I can just win CMP and go straight for the Brave Bird no matter what they want to do now. I can just go for the Brave Bird here, going to be able to knock them out. Or does it even? No, it doesn't. It just actually comes kind of close though. They're going to get a ton of fast moves through. I can go for 1 bubble. That shouldn't really hurt me too much. And let's see what they're going to have in the bag. We're going to see in the bag a Dedenne. This is literally the worst possible Pokemon to face for this team. Didn't even realize that this thing was a thing, or like that this even existed, but definitely the chat program there definitely also didn't know about Dedenne, because this entire team loses hard to Dedenne. There's nothing I can do about this. I most likely should have shielded the first move here, which is going to be a play rough. Now they can just go for 1 discharge, but I actually can go ahead and go for 1 charge move here as well, which is going to be the Sky Attack, guarantees me some damage on them. They're going to let this move go through, and you see already, I get them pretty low. And actually, Dedenne is just sadly too bad. Sorry, Spec Tips, by the way. Dedenne is just basically horrible here. That they cannot do anything about it. Like, we will be able to farm them all the way down. If Dedenne would have had a little bit more bulk, if it was just a little slightly bit better, it would have been able to just destroy the opponent there, destroy me there. But like, yeah, like this is going to be a pretty easy game. Next opponent we see is Stunfisk. So we're 3-2, I think, right now, 3-2 up. The Stunfisk coming through here, we're going to go for the Earthquake. I'm going to shield it up, maybe shouldn't have done this, but now it's kind of revealing that I have the Hydro Pump there as well. Hydro Cannon Zero would be also cool. It will never happen, but it would be cool. We will be able to shield up the next move as well if I want to. I wanted to kind of get rid of the Stunfisk here. I can overfarm a little bit by one turn, and I can go for the Hydro Pump again. And if this thing is gone, my backline has a way better time. And my backline will have a way better time, at least that's what I thought, but we see a Lantern coming in now. Lantern is horrible for this team again, especially for my lead in my Say-Swap, which is Skarmory, of course, as you most likely noticed already. As this Polariroth is coming through here, let's see how much damage it's going to do. It does around actually 40% damage, I think. I can still get to another one here, which is amazing. Might put them into red health. It does put them into red health, and I will be able to go into my Altaria now. And I just have to hope that there's something in the back that I can deal damage to. Let's see. We will see that we can farm them all the way down. They still get to another move here, which is going to be another Thunderbolt. But let's see what they have in the back. It's going to be the Medicham. We can go ahead and go for the Sky Attack. Sky Attack will get the shield, and we can go into our Skarmory. And this will be a 4-2 for us so far. The Skarmory will be able to go for the Brave Bird, and this is going to be a good game. So far, do you enjoy this video? Like the ChatGPT video here, let me know in the comment section. Leave a like on the video and tell me by that as well. Helps out the channel and also shows if you enjoy this kind of content. There would be a lot more that I could do with that AI engine there, like for other cups, for specific cups. I could ask them to do something. I could ask for the worst possible team to use in League of Battle League. If you are interested in more content like this, leave a like on the video and let me know in the comment section. I would appreciate it. As we Hydro Pump this Stunfisk away, we're going to be able to see a Lantern coming in, because a Zimmerl is like a little bit more, like, I don't know, it's a little bit better in my opinion than like Skarmory. I'm going to swap out already. The thing is here, I have two flyers already in the back, and if they have something good for flyers in the back still other than Lantern, I would be screwed if I would have stayed in with my Azumarill when I, for example, maybe they have another Steel type in the back. I would be able to still have my Azumarill for that, but here we see the Lantern coming through. We're going to go for the shield against them. Oh, we actually have a Coma over there. Forgot about this one. Completely forgot about this one. We will see that we can go for one Dragon. They can go for one Dragon Claw there against us, and we will be able to go for the Polariroth in time and see what they want to do here. They kind of forced to shield this move, and they do force, like they are going to shield this move as well. They kind of forced to go for close combat here as well, I think. Wouldn't really mind that. They're gonna go for Dragon Claw, doesn't knock me out at all. I can go for another charge move and get the final shield by the opponent, I think. And now we're going to have the Altaria, which has a lot of play, but they're actually gonna go into the Lantern, allowing me to go for another Polariroth against them. As long as I keep my shield alive, I will be able to win this game pretty easily, and I think we are 5-2 now so far with this team that was automatically generated based on some random knowledge on the internet that put into the AI, which is insane. Like 5-2 I think so far, which is crazy. Next opponent, we see a Lantern in the lead, and I think here it's most likely going to be a loss. We will be able to go into the Skarmory again, same reasons as before. I kind of think that the Skarmory is the I mean, least good Pokemon on this team. I really feel like Skarmory recently got, yeah, so much worse than before. Here we see this Stunfisk. I kind of want to go for one Brave Bird now next, so I'm going to farm up a little bit extra, but they just throw on the right timing there. At least we got rid of some of the energy now. And we can go back into our Zimmerl and we can lock them into this matchup, allowing us to go for one Hydro Pump after we get hit by this Earthquake. But maybe there's something in the back which we can deal with our Altaria. Let's see, we can go for the Hydro Pump soon. We will be able to go ahead and go for the Hydro Pump now as well, and we're going to be able to knock them out. Going to be a good one there, as we will see that we can swap out into our Altaria. Altaria will be able to have a decent matchup against Lantern. We're going to shield up the Thunderbolt here because we want to stay healthy. And we will see here them going into a Noctowl. This game is not over yet, but it's looking pretty rough, as Noctowl against Altaria is a pretty neutral matchup for both of them, but like their only goal is to get me low anyway. Like they don't really care about anything else, they just want to get me low with the Noctowl. And if I can swap out into my Azumarill and maybe farm them down, I might have a chance later on. They're going to shield this move up. Can I swap? They have to shield this move up. Like I have to shield, I'm forced to shield this move up here. I try to go for, I think I'd have to try to overfarm a little bit, but it just doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. They're going to be able to go for another charge move here. Sky Attack coming through, I can go into my Azumarill and I have to forfeit out there. So we're 5-3, I think. 2 more battles to go from the 2 sets that we played. We see the Noctowl coming in here with going to be pretty okayish for us. And Sky Attack there, fine for us. We will be able to go for one Hydro Pump. No, we're actually going to swap out here. We're going to try to catch the move on the Skarm, or like on the Skarmy there. But we see the Sableye coming in, which is fine for me. Sableye is totally okay. This is a matchup that I can win if I want to, I think. At least I will be able to get some shields or some damage on them, so I'm happy about this one. We're going to get the first shield already. I'm actually going to go ahead and shield up another time here, because I will be able to go ahead and go for one Brave Bird now. Brave Bird will knock them out if they let this move go through. They are going to shield this, which allows me now to go into my Azumarill, go straight for the play rough before they get to round return, and we will basically put them into their grave. Goodbye, Sableye. We see the next, we see the Noctowl coming back in there, as we can take the Sky Attack pretty easily. We go into our Altaria. Altaria can also take some moves, but we have to be careful of what they have in the bag. Let's see, they're going to stay in here, so they seem to be a little bit weak to Altaria in the bag, or in general to the Pokemon that we have left. So we're going to shield up this move, we're going to overfarm a little bit, and we hopefully have then enough energy to knock out whatever they have in the bag. Maybe it's a Grass-type Pokemon. Let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be the Swampert in the bag, and it's going to be a good game for us. We will be able to win this game pretty easily, especially as they go for the Hydro Cannon here. It doesn't knock me out quite a bit, and they're going to forfeit now as well. Meaning we are now 6-3, I think. And we can go into the final one here, which is going to be the Noctowl in the lead there. And yeah, we're going to be able to go ahead and go for the Skarmory Stay Swap there. Trying to catch the move was now a Shadow Ball as far as I know. And this is not ideal, but we see a Sableye coming back in again. Those actually were back-to-back as well, so like facing basically the same scenarios back-to-back is kind of wild. But I can go for one Brave Bird now, guaranteeing the shield there or the knockout against the opponent. We're actually going to get the knockout, which is even better. We see the Trevenant, so we can align our Altaria against them, which is pretty huge. And like this, I'm going to shield up the move. Might be a Shadow Ball, it's just a Seed Bomb. Like this, we're in a pretty decent spot. We can get our shield back here anyway. Altaria does so much damage with the fast moves alone. We see the Noctowl coming back in, and we know that we have to align basically our Azumarill against them. We're going to try now to farm them all the way down with our Azumarill. We got them already super low. I know that I can take 2 moves at least. I don't think they have so much energy that they would get to 3 in total, but it's going to be a close one. Let's see, we're going to be able to take 1. We're going to be able to take the Shadow Ball here as well. And we cannot take another one. They still get to the next move, which is still okay, because we have to now call the bait here. I think it's a bait the first time. They have to bait to win this game, in my opinion. So I'm going to let this move go through. It's going to be the Seed Bomb, and we're going to go 7-3 with an AI build team, which is insane. I hope you enjoyed this. Here also me claiming the sets and showing the sets real quick. I actually got 2 Zekrums as rewards as well. Let me know if you got already some legendaries this season. I got like at least 10 already, which is really nice. And as you can see here, all the battles I won. So hope you enjoyed this video. See you next one. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.